Hey guys, Chrisspy here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I lost 75 pounds. I took it upon myself to Google objects that weigh 75 pounds. Among the listed was a small sofa and an average Alaskan Husky. It feels kind of unbelievable to me. Like, I can't believe that I walked around with that much weight on my feet. I have done this by eating healthy food and exercising. Got a couple questions, people asking me if I was on Ozempic. And when I read that, I was really flattered. But no medications. It's been very slow, healthy weight loss, and it's taken me 2 years. At my highest, I was about 246. I remember I had weighed myself after like a few good days, so I don't know how much I actually weighed, but around 245, 250 pounds. Right now, I'm around 170 pounds. A little bit over. So not quite at 80 pounds, we'll say 75, keep it cute. I also eliminated alcohol and binge eating, which was the two things that were really affecting me and the main cause of my weight gain. In this video, I'm going to be going over exactly what I've been doing in terms of nutrition, exercise, and mindset, which is really the most important thing because I had access to all the same information years and years ago, but it wasn't until my mindset changed that I was able to make lasting change. And honestly, I can say this is the best I've ever felt mentally and physically. It's easy. I'm not trying to lose weight. I don't have a goal weight. I just want to be healthy. So it's like I eliminated all the pressure. For the first time in my adult life, I have freedom with food, and it is so nice. So let's get into it. All right, so the first topic of discussion is nutrition. Broadly speaking, I've been practicing intuitive eating. So intuitive eating is just like it sounds. It means listening to your body's hunger cues and stopping eating when you're full. That's what I practice for most of my weight loss, but I'd say I go back and forth between intuitive eating and Kiko, which is calories in, calories out. The bulk of my diet consists of whole foods, fruits, vegetables, proteins, and grains. For the most part, I stay away from processed foods, but we're gonna talk about that in a second. So one thing that's a huge tool that's helped me a lot, because if you're like intuitive eating, I still don't know how much I'm supposed to eat, calories in, calories out, how do I know what my calorie goal is? A really great resource is MyFitnessPal. I love MyFitnessPal. I've been using MyFitnessPal for like, I don't even know, I think like 10 years I've logged my weight on it. So it's a great resource to get an idea of how many calories and nutrients you're actually eating. In the app, it will ask you what your goal is, what your height, weight, and then it will give you like a standard macronutrient breakdown and calorie suggestion to lose a certain amount of pounds a week. So my daily calorie goal is around 1,800 calories. For my macronutrients is 40% protein, 30% carbohydrates, and 30% fat. And at 1,800 calories, that puts me at a protein goal of 180 grams of protein a day, which is a lot. It takes a lot of effort. And do I hit it every day? No. Do I hit it even often? No, whatever. That's the only thing I really pay attention to. I'm not really concerned about going over on calories because like I said, I'm eating whole foods, fruits, vegetables, non-processed foods. And in order to reach my protein goal, I have to eat a lot of food. Also with this protein goal, it's good for me because I have to eat breakfast and eat throughout the day in order to hit my protein goal. And it makes me not snack at night because I'm not hungry because I'm fully nourished. I have better energy too. I had done a body scan recently because I was curious to see how much body fat I had lost and if I had gained muscle, because I lift weights a lot and I trying to eat high protein, so I was more curious. And then so from that point, I was logging my food, which is more of just like a helpful guideline to know, okay, if I want to get enough protein, these are the foods I have to eat. Because I know that it can be like anything, it can turn into an unhealthy obsession. But honestly, like I got kind of over it, and then I went back to just being like, well, I'll just eat intuitively, and at least I know I can trust myself with my intuitive eating that it's good for my body. All right, so with binge eating, this was my biggest struggle. Everyone is so unique and their relationship to their body and food is so unique. So what works for me, and this applies to the whole video, doesn't necessarily work for anyone, but I'm just gonna tell you guys like what worked for me. Basically, it sounds counterintuitive, but with binge eating, I had to flip the script and say, I will not restrict any foods. You can have whatever you want. The problem with binge eating is that you're in a constant binge or restrict cycle. So I would do these super unrealistic unsustainable, low calorie diets where I was like starving and miserable. And of course I had a rebound effect. I'd be like, it, I'm gonna eat everything and I'm gonna start like my diet really good tomorrow, except it was never tomorrow. It would turn into like days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks, and then combine that with alcohol and my health was in the trash can. So it was a very new approach to just allow myself to, there's no on or off. You're just eating. You're not on a diet. I will never do a diet again. So yeah, in the beginning, especially when I first stopped drinking alcohol, I was really craving sugar. So I was eating a lot of sweets. I would have like candy, donuts, cookies a couple times a week, but I wasn't eating huge portions. I was still eating healthy food, but I would get that little treat in, I would. And what it did is it helped me break that habit. Also, so the more I allowed myself just leeway within my diet to eat sweets or like, you know, bad foods more often, I noticed that the binging became less and less frequent. In the beginning though, I still was binging because it was a recovery is a process, but like I can't remember the last time I binged because I feel like I don't need to. I get everything I want. So I'm the same way now. If I want something, I have it. I'm not eating treats like every night, but I'd say probably like once a week, like Sundays, I don't feel like cooking. I'll order takeout and eat pizza. Like I like Trader Joe's snacks, cookies, candy, and I don't feel guilty about it. So in addition to eliminating alcohol, eliminating binge eating, I was also doing a lot of healing work on myself. I feel like that really aided in the process because I incorporated a lot of grounding techniques, reconnecting with the body, doing breath work, just to link the mind and the body. It has a neurochemical effect. It actually helps you calm down and seek comfort from within instead of outside, because that's what food and alcohol was for me. It was a way to check out, it was a way to self-medicate and avoid what's going on in here, because there's always a lot going on in here. All of those little things that I was doing had like a domino effect. And while I was learning to recenter myself in the body, it really aided in being able to read hunger cues and to feel okay to sit with uncomfortable emotions. Also, another thing with healthy food is that I don't eat food that I don't like. Like, you have to make it enjoyable. I used to make ground turkey. Now I just eat the foods that I like. I like looking at recipes. So that's important too, because you have to enjoy what you're eating. Okay, so exercise. I go to the gym probably about 4 or 5 days a week. I work out for maybe an hour, more or less, and I mostly do strength training and steady state cardio. You're not gonna find me doing HIIT, just don't. That's the thing about this, is that the whole time I was really heavy, and like I've yo-yoed so much throughout the years. I've always been working out. I'm really thankful for all the time that I've spent in the gym, and I've learned to lift weights on my own, which I love lifting weights. I love it because you get to be explosive and you get to stand in one place and, you know, break a sweat. Something that really helped me was to start viewing working out as honoring my body and really taking care of it for my health, as opposed to before I was like, I just want to be snatched, you know. So good for my mental health. Like, I feel so good when I'm working out consistently, and if I miss a few days in a row, like if I miss like 3 days, then I notice a difference. Like when I work out, I feel my best, and it just feels good to be honoring my body and that I'm lucky that I'm able to work out. One thing that's really helped me staying consistent in the gym is a tip called reduce the scope and stick to the schedule. This is from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And basically how I use it is, if I don't want to go to the gym or I only have 30 minutes, I say just go, just stretch, you don't have to do anything. I mentioned this in my last video, but I always end up doing more. Doing that, and then also breaking things up into very easy, attainable goals. Because it really is a practice in suiting up and showing up, which counts for a lot. Similar to food, with the gym, I stopped doing stuff that I don't like. I just vibe it out in the gym, honestly, do workouts that I like. I made it my favorite place. When I lift weights, I listen to music, but when I do cardio, I listen to like all my podcasts, YouTube videos and lectures, like stuff that I really love. So I look forward to it. So yeah, I've done lots of different programs with working out. I used to do the Sweat app. I've worked with lots of trainers. Right now I'm pretty just intuitive and fluid with my workouts. I try and make sure that I'm hitting each muscle group, and I just listen to my body. Like if something feels weird, I don't push myself, like my form's off, because I used to hurt myself all the time because I was more focused on what I should be doing than being in the body and feeling like, what does the form feel like am I doing this correctly? So yeah, I just vibe it out. I haven't gotten hurt at all in the past like 2 years. So like I said, I work out 4 or 5 days a week. Rest days are super important, not only for muscle recovery, but also for your mental health. So I'll tell you what a typical workout for me looks like at the gym. And I don't even know, like, honestly, I'm not an expert by any means. But anyways, basically I come in, I do a band walk, warm up, and then I do probably 5 to 6 different strength training exercises. I do things like pull-ups, deadlifts, I do stuff on the cable machines, I do core exercises. So yeah, after I do about 5 to 6 strength training exercises, then I go do cardio, and I'll either do the stationary bike or just an incline walk. Depends on how much time I have. Like sometimes I'll just do 10 minutes, sometimes I'll do an hour if the YouTube videos are hitting that day, and then always stretch, of course. So the most important piece now is the mindset. I was of the belief that constantly judging and critiquing myself was a means of self-improvement. And after years of collecting empirical data on this, I can say that that is an ineffective strategy. All that did was fuel the cycles of shame and guilt and reinforced harmful behavior. I basically started practicing radical acceptance, which I actually just read the book, but I was practicing it before sort of instinctually. I'd arrived there on my own by coming to the realization that I am not my body. I have a body, and this is a gift, a vehicle to get me through this life, so I should take care of it. And I shifted my mindset from preference to appreciation. I was having this discussion with someone close to me, and they said, if you practice radical acceptance, then aren't you being complacent, or just, how will you evolve if there are things happening that you need to change? Once I dared to accept myself as I am, I remember thinking, I was like, if I never lose another pound, I don't give I exist way, way beyond that. And from that moment on, it was like everything just like evolved naturally. Change happened naturally. It also feels harmonious to eat healthy foods and to be working out because it's honoring the gift. Like, this is what serves me. This is what serves those around me. If I'm healthy, then I can be better for the people around me. So looking at it that way became something that really moved me, and I wanted to put my time and energy in, instead of looking at working out and dieting as a means to like look a certain way, which is very fleeting. I just recently read the book Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. When I first started reading, I was like, oh, I kind of already know this stuff, but it was so good. And it really confirmed the importance of radical acceptance just in everyday life. Like, it helps me be a quantumist, and it literally makes me feel like I can deal with anything that comes my way, because that's life. Things are always coming your way. Yes, I still take action and make smart choices, but it just allows me to stay centered emotionally. I mentioned this in my other video, but I also shifted from having a finite mindset to being focused on the goal of losing weight to having an infinite mindset. My goal is to just be healthy. And then that, along with allowing myself leeway, like, I'm human. Like, I sometimes it is harmonious to order pizza, you know what I'm saying? So I allow it all. Let's give myself grace. So just to summarize everything, because I feel like I was going over a lot. I shifted from having a finite mindset to having an infinite mindset. The goal is to be healthy and enjoy it along the way. And I'm focused on the process, and I'm not attached to the outcome. Giving myself grace with my diet and eating balance, mostly eating whole foods, treats when necessary, and sometimes they're necessary, and just being mindful of my protein intake. And just staying active, doing exercises that I enjoy and that I know are good for the body. So I hope that was everything, but I hope that I answered all your questions. If you guys have any more questions, drop me a comment down below. Also wanted to say thank you to everyone who messaged me after my last video. My heart felt so full. I'm just so thankful for you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I will be back with a new video soon. I have a lot of art stuff going on. All right, bye guys.